Hi everyone, this video is dedicated to do you need a real estate agent when selling your home? And I'll open by saying this. When the market's booming and there's plenty of buyers around and demand, anyone can sell property. But hiring an expert can get you so much more for it. To me, it seems nonsensical. When I do my tax returns, I hire a professional to do it because I know that I could do it myself, but I know very, very well that if I hire someone that's an expert and does this all the time, I'm going to get a much better result and a much bigger return on my investment there. So I think the same thing when selling your largest financial asset, your home. Now, the question then is how do you hire an expert? How do you find the best possible person for your home? A couple of things to take note. One thing I'd always say is do not hire someone based on what they're charging you. That sounds a bit funny, but Australians want to get the best possible bargain, but you don't typically get that on the agent's commissions. What happens if you're comparing real estate agent and real estate agent, the difference tends to be 0.5%, maybe 1% in terms of what they're charging, but hiring a great real estate agent, an expert, can get you an extra 5 to 10% on the value of your home. So the value isn't what they charge, it's how much value they get for you. So that's the way that I'd always suggest thinking about it and think about what they're going to provide. Now then the question is how do you work out which person is going to provide you the best service? So I've broken that down into 3 categories to focus on. So category number 1 is they need to have excellent marketing knowledge. Their job, first and foremost, is to bring the most possible buyers to your property to get the most engagement. So they need to have great knowledge about how do you price a property, where do you market it, who's the ideal buyer. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is once they've brought the most number of buyers to your property, is do they have what is the best possible processes? Do they have those? So you get all the people there, but you need to have excellent processes to turn those people into signed contracts, signed offers on the property. So things like how quickly do they respond to buyer inquiries? How do they respond to buyer inquiries? There's a lot of important things in there. There's hundreds of different processes we do every day. And last but not least are their negotiation skills. When we have an interested buyer, once we've gone through the whole process, we need to have the best possible skills to sit down and negotiate every single dollar we can for you. That's really our job. So a couple of things you can do there to test that is when you're interviewing a real estate agent, you can always ask them, can we actually sit down and negotiate and run through and role play how you're going to handle the negotiation for our property. That's something you can always ask to do and you'll get a very good feeling of the skill sets of the people you're speaking with. So I'd always recommend that. So in summary, I'll wrap up by saying that the value of a real estate agent isn't what they charge, but it's the value they bring. It's the processes, everything that goes into it that gets you the most amount, the biggest return on investment for your property.